In part 1, we focused on Captain Marvel's core theme of seeing past the lies and discovering who we really are. We saw how Carol finds her identity by helping those in need. She has been told lies that these people are monsters, but she sees them for who they really are, refugees from an unjust war that need help. She has been blessed with an enormous amount of power, and she chooses to use it to give to others. This is very similar to the story of Israel in the Bible. They were a nation that was incredibly blessed by God. They were given everything they needed, a land flowing with milk and honey, God, their creator, with them, guiding them and protecting them, showing them how to live. The blessing Israel received was meant to be multiplied out, and all the peoples on earth blessed through them. The other nations have gone astray, abandoning the way of their creator. And Israel is supposed to be a light to these nations around them, a beacon of God's goodness. The other nations are supposed to be drawn towards the light. The goal is that they will want to come out of the darkness and to this nation of blessing as they are searching for hope. So God gave specific instructions to Israel on how to treat immigrants who would come to them. And the Bible is full of these instructions and laws talking about how immigrants are to be treated as equals to the Israelites and given special care if they are poor. If they come poor and in search of help, Israel is to show compassion to them, to love them, not taking advantage of them, but to give them food and clothing and to help them live among the people of Israel as equals. The biblical story of Ruth is the perfect example of these laws in action. It's a wonderful story where tragedy is turned into something beautiful. We see how an immigrant widow comes from her land in desperation and is cared for and brought into the family of Israel. It's a little preview of the bigger picture. God is working to reunite the nations. The story of humanity is that we were once one people, but have been divided, scattered, separated, creating factions and warring against one another. But God wants to unite us once again and to help us understand that we have always been one family. Israel was the launching point for this mission. Now, we are all meant to be a light to the world wherever we are, in whatever nation we reside today, to help the poor and the immigrant, to bless others in the way God has blessed us, to show the love that God has shown us. In Captain Marvel, we see how this very biblical concept is at the heart of what it means for Carol to be a hero. She uses her blessing to care for the most vulnerable in their distress, to give them a life where they can see they are loved. We would do well to imitate her heart, to be a light to those around us by shining brightly in how we care for the immigrants who have come to us in search of hope.